All right, we are live and on air. Welcome to another edition of Kickoff Labs live marketing chats. I am Josh Legard, co-founder of Kickoff Labs. If you're not already a customer, then you should know that Kickoff Labs makes it ridiculously easy to set up amazing landing pages and viral referral mechanisms to improve your lead generation. So we set up landing pages, we set up opt-in forms, we deliver automatic responses, and we just launched a new feature today called incentive emails, which is great. So as somebody refers 3, 5, 10, whatever numbers you want of customers, you can automatically send them their rewards. And I'll give a quick demo of that at the end of today's meeting. We've got a lot of people today in the chat. So today's chat is landing page reviews. We ask you to submit landing page reviews, and we do this regularly. And so it's a lot of fun. It's best when the people are here live, and I can tell we've got a lot of people in the chat here live submitting their pages and making sure they're here. It's fun to take it live. We can make it more interactive. That's our goal with these chats, is that you give us feedback, you add your commentary to the pages we're looking at. Sometimes we like to see when people get in their own discussions in the chat about, hey, maybe you should try this or that, and getting third and fourth and fifth set of eyes on pages is always useful. With me today, as usual, is Izzy Palmerin. So you want to say hi, Izzy, and introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, Izzy Palmerin here. I do marketing here at Kickoff Labs, and as always, we love looking at your pages, checking out how well they're built for maximum conversion rate. So let's take a look at your pages, and feel free to send us any questions you have during your review in the chat box.
All right, so we will start with a page called brooklynwolf.com, and then we'll get to some of the pages that are submitted in the chat. So let me go ahead and share this page. And I will start here, and I'm going to take a screenshot of the page so I can start marking things up here. So while that's going, you can see the first thing that I see anyway on the page is the logo, Brooklyn Wolf, and then the logo leads my eyes right to the tagline, which is custom fit men's trousers without the custom fit price. And then there's a lot of space, and then there's this message that says unlock early access, and a call to action button that says get $20. For some reason my capture is not working, so I'm just going to go ahead and give some feedback. I think it's a really clean page. That's the first thing I noticed. The second thing I noticed is that this guy is kind of looking down. He's got some pants that I assume are kind of an example of the product. The pants really stand out because he's got a white shirt, and he's looking down kind of at the form. So you can see my mouse kind of coming down on the page and showing that it's looking at the form on the page. And so that's good because it directs you back visually. So if you circle your eyes over here to the hero image, you kind of get drawn right back to the form that's on the page. The best thing that you can do is simply explain what your business is, and they do that right here in 4 words. So custom fit men's trousers, and then their unique value without the custom fit price. So obviously there's lots of solutions for finding custom trousers, but they're saying they're going to do it at a lower price. And so great job just delivering the brand and the what it is and the value just immediately on the page. Then we get to some things I'm maybe not as crazy about. So there's this space that goes from here to here, and if I had a smaller screen, I might not get to the form. I would maybe think about cutting this space in half or matching the space between here, the logo, and this first line, and then start this unlock early access probably right about here instead, so that the form is tightened up a little bit on the page. Then there's 2 calls to action here. There's this unlock early access. I give you my email address, and then get $20. It seems a little bit confusing because I'm not sure which I'm adding my email address for. Like, is it for early access and $20? And maybe it should say that. Unlock early access and a $20 gift card for your first order or something on the page. So I would think about making this consistent between the two, because I look at it and it just feels a little bit inconsistent on the page. And now if you scroll down, you see they've got this really simple, just one kind of feature, our approach to fit, and they've got this image over here, which is skinny versus skinny athletic, and so they're adding, showing that this is customized maybe for somebody who's more athletic and has problem with the fit. So it's, again, just if you didn't sign up already and you didn't understand what they did, there's an image that explains it. I might think about adding a little bit more text here that complements this image, or a paragraph of text here. You're already kind of below the fold at this point, and it's not going to hurt to have a little bit more copy that explains, our trousers have two fits. So maybe take some of this copy over here and make it actual bullet copy over here instead of having it in the image, because in the image it's a little bit distorted and harder to read than perhaps it would be. And then the image could be bigger of the pants. You'd have a bigger image of the pants as it expanded to fill the space in this in this area. So let's see what happens if I sign up here. Oops. All right, so sign up, and they've got me right to this perks page here. So I get a thank you message for signing up. I get thanks for your interest now. Invite friends and earn Brooklyn Wolf perks. So the thank you is great, so it's good to get an immediate thank you. I kind of wonder what these Brooklyn Wolf perks are right up here, but they are explained right down here in this process. I love that there's the bar here. This is, of course, done with Kickoff Labs. We make this really easy to set up a page like this. You can tell with the unique link here. This is done with Kickoff Labs. There's these sharing links right here, which make it really easy for people to share. And then you've got how many people you've invited. I might make this a little bit clearer here, like invites you've gotten 5 friends signed up, or just something make it clear what this is. I know in our default text we say something like 5 referrals generated so far, or, something like that makes it easy to know. And I actually do love this, the added days left countdown. So it looks like they added this saying there's only 123 days left. I do worry that at 123 days, you're not really adding much immediacy. I sort of think as immediacy is like, man, I have to do this week. If I don't have to do it this week, I just sort of immediately put it off. At least a task that I go at, that I think about. And so I might think about maybe taking this off, trying it without it, seeing if the viral rewards go up or down from doing that. Izzy, do you have some 2 cents on this page that you want to share?
Sure. Actually, well, honestly, I think you pretty much nailed it. And I'll be honest, I was helping these people set up their page, so it was kind of like of a landing page review of my of my work as well. So, but you're like spot on. I mean, making the image a little bit larger, playing a little bit with the spacing, how there's just a little bit too much spacing here, and on the share page, like you said, making things a little bit clearer just for people. One thing that I did like that we added in from them was his like hover image thing, so you see exactly which prizes you get according to how many referrals you have. So I thought that was kind of nifty, but thanks for the review, Josh. Like I said, that was also a review of some of my work.
Oh man, if I'd known it was you, I could have been way more mean.
Yeah, you should have been.
All right. So the let's see. One of the people here, so Chris Fenoy says, "Hi, I'm not on Kickoff Labs. I just relaunched this landing page for my productized Google Analytics service, gabench.com." So let me open that in the browser. I'll try one more time for my screenshot app to work. All right, I am guessing this is just not going to work for me today, so I'm just going to go ignore that. Um, so yeah, when I look at this landing page, I see a few issues that jump out right away. I do get drawn to the logo on the left side, and then I see this, and all of this information is static. There's just two blocks of text, and so when I think about a product like this, I would simplify this page to be a little bit longer form. And I know you're trying to get the button up here higher, but at $2.99 a month, having the button higher is not going to make much of a difference, in my opinion. And then you're asking for people to click through right away to the app for $2.99 a month. It seems like you're asking for a little bit much right away, and you're not giving them a chance to sign up for free or give you an email address or just do anything in advance. And so you're going to lose a lot of people right off the bat. Visually, for something that gives you insights delivered with a smile, stop digging through everything from reports. I would think about just visually showing some of the simplified reports that you have, just like in an image form. So I would think about making this page one column, make the column a little bit wider, so you have this information mixed with this information over here on this side, and then you take some images to kind of make the page a little bit clearer, because what you're saying is that, stop wasting time through the Google Analytics interface, but right here you're asking them to kind of waste time digging through all of this text on the page without providing any sort of guidance or visual pulls to what you're doing on the page. And so what I mean by that is, just an image can help break up the monotony of all of this text. And so even if that's an image of a real person looking at Google Analytics on a computer, that might be useful. We're reporting on it. Maybe a sample of the report you're generating, like a way for them to download a sample report. The formats you need, I'm not sure what this is. More than data, we can tell you what those numbers mean. Give an example, like with that. Like, you show a chart and say, this means that too many people are bouncing off of your landing pages, or not enough people are converting. And more time, instead of mining, we'll do it for you. Sort of the give back of the time, I get that. But I think there are some images you could pull in through here. There's a lot of duplication between this copy, like stop wasting time, more time over here, whereas if you merge these into one sales letter, I think it'll be a lot more effective. So that's really my biggest piece of feedback, is merge these two things into one sales letter, add some useful images that just mentally break up the reading and pull your eyes towards those images, and you can have a subscribe button in sort of the upper right or the bottom button. And then finally, I would really have some sort of secondary conversion where, I look at this, I'm not even going to click subscribe, it's like, I don't even want to pay just yet, and what do I do if I don't pay? Probably nothing. And so just thinking about that, what you see on the page. Izzy, do you have any other feedback for Chris?
Yeah, just real quick, because I noticed Chris was mentioning in the chat that that he forgot to test for narrow width. So I don't know if you noticed, but on your screen everything is just a little bit more narrow. I'm not sure what size monitor you're using right now, Josh, but things are just a little bit more narrow. For example, I'm on a 19-inch screen, and it kind of like, okay, well, it looks kind of 50-50, but if it gets a little bit more narrow, I mean, it's still kind of it's still divided in half, and this makes just this copy just a little bit longer.
Hey, Izzy, when you're looking at the page, I'm not actually seeing the page on your screen. I was seeing the chat page.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Okay, sorry about that. Let me make sure that I'm sharing my page. Something funky is going on with my.
I saw it for a second.
Sorry about that.
There it goes.
There we go. Yeah, okay. So, like I said, I mean, on my screen it looks okay, but if it starts getting a little bit too narrow, like this text, this little panel box on the side, just gets a little bit too narrow. And like you said, there's just a whole bunch of copy on the page. Nothing really too actionable. I mean, other than like sign me up. But this to me doesn't really inform me of like anything. So So just mixing it up a little bit with some more images, and like right away you're just like throwing a price at them, you know, $299 subscribe, and so I mean, as a customer, I would want to get at least, I mean, not a little bit more, but a lot more information if this is the price that I'm going to be paying.
Yeah. Hey, Izzy, just so you know, your page seems to be jumping around a lot when you're sharing, so I don't know if you want to try stop sharing your screen for a bit and then start again.
Well,
I'm gonna go after the next page that we got. So Joey says we just launched our landing page on Kickoff Labs this week. Play Toga Perfect Pixie page, and so I'm gonna pull this up right here. Play Toga Perfect Pixie Challenge. All right, and so there's a little bit of a branding at the top. It says a new way to play Fantasy Premier League. Can you pick the perfect the perfect 11? Let's see. So I read it as one word before. Can you pick the perfect 11? And then he's got some benefits: free to play, compete for weekly prizes, enhanced scoring, no salary cap restrictions, and then enter to win a copy of FIFA 15 for Xbox One. It seems like a rather quick transition from a description of the product here into the contest. And I don't have a great suggestion on how to tie the two together, other than you know, our services, you know, you're gonna love playing this. In the meantime, enter to win, like some sort of transition. Because imagine you're reading this and there's no visuals on the page, and so if you just imagine reading somebody's page, it says a new way to play. Can you pick the perfect 11? You read the bullets, and then you read enter to win a copy. It's like, well, what happened? Is this join our new, some way to tie it together might be taking the title, a new way to play Fantasy Premier League, and win a copy of FIFA 15. Like something that ties the one page to the other within the title might be really helpful, so the two sections are a little bit more related to one another. The hero shot is great. My recommendation maybe to think about flipping the layout of this page, so the image is on this side of the form and the form is on the right side. People tend to read still pages in sort of an F shape, so they read the top, then here, then here, then here. And the image, I think, even though this is bright orange, the sign up button, I still think takes away a little bit from this sign up and this enter to win call to action here. And it'll work less that way if the image is flipped to the other side. And then as we kind of go down the page, more than 400 players get to select scoring in 20 stat categories. Can you pick the perfect 11? Here's sort of an example of here, what it is. I might again tie together saying, like, after you enter to win, you'll automatically be included in this, or we'll send you a link to our app in here. Or in our beta. It's not clear if it's live, if you're going to send me a link, like what else do I get for signing up? Like, think about it this way, like you're entering to win a contest, but a great thing to do in contests is what does everybody get for signing it up, even if it's self-promotional on your part. So after signing up, you'll get access to sign up to get access to more than 400 players and scoring. You tie the two together again. So you kind of, instead of having three separate pages, you think about it as one cohesive page. Izzy, do you have any comments on this page?
Honestly, I think you pretty much nailed it. I mean, you pretty much let them know that I mean, just to make things clearer, I was actually signing up on the page, and I actually like their sign up process, because what they did, they're using our AnyForm to connect their existing website, which basically links up well, I mean, any form that you have on your website to our AnyForm widget. So I just really liked how they styled it and how they included that incentive there. So let's say my favorite team is Chelsea. I'll sign up, and boom, there you go. You're now entered. A nice modal window doesn't send me away. You currently have one entry. What I would probably do, I would probably just like bold this text a little bit. You have one entry in the drawing. just use a little bit of bold and a couple breaks, just like break this text so it says you'll receive an additional entry on a new line, and that's pretty much all my feedback. I really like how it's set up, and it's a nice page.
Cool. I'm glad you pointed out that it was using that. I do also like how they use the widget. I think you're right. Like separating this last line will make it clear that there's some virality to it and there's a reason for sharing. And then in the email you get sent, I'm not going to go check my email, but in the email that gets sent, I hope you're also backing that up, saying like, hey, you've got one entry to win. Do you want to improve your odds? Share to improve your odds. And I think that could really help drive virality to the contest here. And you'll also want to check out our new incentive emails to help with that. All right, we got a question in the chat from guest 199. Hey Josh, quick question. When building a page, how do you address security when collecting personal information through forms on Kickoff Labs? So most landing page generators are not designed to collect what I would call extremely personal information like credit card data or social security. So first of all, I'd advise not collecting more information than you need or people would be willing to give up. So that is dodging the question about talking about security, but I would think about it when you're collecting personal information from people, are you going to use that information? So a great example is forms that ask for first and last name. I find it much friendlier if forms just ask for a first name because you're not asking for that additional bit of personal information. You're just asking for a first name, and it feels simpler. Now, if last name is required, and you're requiring the last name on the form, and you're requiring maybe an address, I think the onus is on the page owner to give people that peace of mind with a clearly displayed privacy policy or link to a privacy on the page, so there's at least some confidence saying, hey, we're not going to steal your information. We need this. We're using it for the contest to contact you or follow up or whatever. And I think that's also something for the page owner to look at. And then finally, how do we handle it? We keep the information secure. It's associated with your account. There's really nothing additional that we're doing to secure the information than any form on the internet would do. So I'm not sure if that answered your question. Hopefully, it gave you some things to think about. And let's see. I'm going to open up. All right, the next page, and everybody should be seeing on my screen, is from Carmela. So Carmela says, my business is Pillow Talk Beauty. We're launching a satin and silk pillowcases that work like a beauty product. My page is Pillow Talk Beauty. All right, so the first thing I would do, kind of looking at this page, maybe it's because I have it a little bit narrow, thinking about the image placement on the page, I would want to feature your product. It's hard to tell which is the product on the page and the woman's head is covered. I might either flip the image so the woman's head is over here and you get the sense that she's resting on a pillow, or the form is moved over to the other side of the page so that you can see the head to go with the to go with the body on the page. And so pillowcase, the pillowcase that's a beauty product. So again, really straightforward. I love that when it's easy to explain the product, and at least that kind of explains right away, like a pillowcase that is a beauty product. So it is a pillowcase. Everybody knows what a pillowcase is, and then this is your unique proposition right here that comes after it. Pillow Talk Beauty is the pillowcase company that will help you look bombshell gorgeous in the morning, no matter how wild you got the night before. The fibers of our pillowcases are anti-aging, reduce bedheads, save blowouts, hydrate hair. And again, I think that's why it's important to see the model's hair in the picture, is because you're talking about the pillowcase being designed to not let hair get out of place. So I think about, you really should think about how you make the hair show on the page, or maybe a different image that's just aligned differently on the page to really highlight sort of as a hero for it. And then the other thing is use some text formatting. It looked like that used like the justify setting, where you've got this space, pillow, talk, beauty, is. And then down here, it's standard left aligned. I would stick with, the center for the headline is great, but then I would stick with this text being left aligned to make it easier to read on the page. And then, let's see, you've got enter the Wild Nights contests and do all 3 steps to win. Winners announced March 12th, 2015. So you've got, a countdown. It's not very long. Follow us on. And I'm not seeing the social sharing, so maybe something's wrong with the URL here, so this follow us on could probably be fixed. Just ping us if you have problems at support@kickofflabs.com. We can look at that and see what's going on. Like us on Facebook and post a comment about your favorite sort of Wild Night. Again, if the like button was here, it seems to be missing. There's something that's just wrong on the page, and we can fix that for you or help you figure out what's going on. It's not probably linked to your Facebook page properly. And then it says add your best email address and good luck. And so you add the email address. Boy, I can't wait to get my pillows. All right, I get a thank you message. We'll announce the winners, and then you're sending some more information. So here's what I would say about the thank you message, is that this is necessary. So you're saying thank you, and you're saying when you announce the winners. Then you talk about the share, but you go right into an email address, and then this why to use, and the shop now link. So what I would do is I would follow up with these things in the email. So everything that I have highlighted should be in the email that gets sent out as secondary information. For a contest like this, your goal is probably to generate leads. I would get right into the sharing, which is down here, because you talk about it here by saying sharing. But then you have all this extra information that gets in the way to the point where, on my screen, you don't even see the sharing, you just get this advertisement. But the email that gets sent out automatically is a great place to give people some more information about your product and kind of showcase, showcase your product, give them a shop now link, and then encourage the sharing. But right, the immediate thing on the page, I would show the sharing and take all of this and dump it into the email. Izzy, do you have any feedback?
Other than I want one of those pillows. These look awesome. Something that just quickly threw me off of the page is so they're saying, okay, win a satin pillowcase. You can see that here on my screen. Okay, you could kind of see the actual screen. You see the lady here. It looks nice, but they're talking about like a Wild Nights contest, which is their own like. It's their own description of their promotion, but to me as a customer or as a consumer, like on the page, it really doesn't relate to anything that's happening on this page. I mean, so you look gorgeous if you were out the night before, but it doesn't look like she was out the night before. She was just at home reading, So it's not really. So this doesn't really apply. I mean, to me, it doesn't really apply to the actual page, like the Wild Nights contest. You could probably change up the image, like Josh said, either switching this image up and getting rid of the Wild Nights, but to keep it consistent with the copy. I mean, look bombshell gorgeous in the morning, no matter how wild you got the night before. I would switch out this image, keep this, and like Josh said. Do you really need to ask for the name? That's a question of mine. I really don't know if you should be asking for a name. So like Josh said, everything after here, let us know what you think, why use the case, all of that stuff afterwards. And I just got the quick idea because I see that you have like a Shop Now button, which isn't really clickable, doesn't really do anything. If you're considering. Well, actually, you could probably consider launching this as a Kickstarter campaign. We have a great article that that kind of highlights some of our customers doing some cool stuff with Kickstarter and like crowdfunding. This right off the bat, kind of like, I would actually probably throw this on a crowdfunding campaign, see if you could get customers paying ahead of time for their product, because I really like the product. Even as a man, I would probably use this product because I hate waking up with like sleep wrinkles and bedhead and all that stuff. So pretty cool stuff. I like the page, and those are our suggested changes.
All right. Next, I'm going to go with Plaxi. And so on Plaxi, one of the founder, I think, is here, submitted the page. And let's see, did they say anything else about the page? Nope, just launched Plaxi yesterday. All right, so let's go after this page. So you see the logo at the top. The next thing I saw was your best online pictures at your door every month. Wow, people are on a roll today with just explaining their core value, and it's not something we always see. And so I just love like your best online pictures at your door every month. Like it's super clear what you're doing, and then you back it up with some subtext. We print and ship your most liked pictures from Facebook and Instagram. That's pretty cool. So you're automatically pulling from social channels based on sort of that social feedback to determine which pictures to send me every month. And so that's pretty neat, what you're doing here, and I love that you changed the copy here in the button. So yes, please, I'd like it. I think the thing that's missing is maybe an incentive to sign up. We print and shipped this, but they're like, why should I enter my email address right now? Like, is there any immediate reason? The other thing I noticed is this is some of our default text. You just might want to go and clean out this text on the page, or add like a link to your own Facebook or Instagram page, or a link to a sample or something up here in this corner. You don't have to use it. I would just get rid of the default that's over there, the default text. Going below here, let's see. So immortalize your most liked pictures. And you've got this picture that does say 119 likes. This Instagram that has 71 likes in here. I think this does a great job of explaining explaining the value proposition. And then it says your own photo contest. What better way to decide what goes on your wall than what's already getting the most love? I think something that you might want to have as an image is maybe like a picture of somebody hanging one of these next on the wall. And so you take sort of this image from the online and showing that transition to the physical world. And so maybe just a little bit of a demonstration of somebody that has a Facebook picture and then seeing it on the wall. You might have to stage the picture if the product doesn't exist yet. But I think you want to reinforce that you're taking what's virtual and making it real with one of these pictures here. Set it and forget it. We'll find and ship the picture every month like clockwork, so there's no need to worry about it, which also makes this a great gift. Sign up now to get our introductory prices. So here's the incentive, right? Get 50% off our prices. Get lower prices should probably be right here above or below the call to action. The call to action on the page in this location. So that way you don't have to scroll to read it, because the scrolling is like some people are going to want to sign up right away if you give them incentive, and then everything else is here to kind of convince them. And then help them, and then they'll come back up and sign up. The page isn't very long. I do really like the page. Let's see what happens if I add my email address. And all right, so now we see a little bit of a conflicted incentive. And so you've got right here, the first reward is early access. And so the sign up could have been on the first page saying, get early access and introductory prices. And then you see you've got scaling rewards as people go up and refer 5, 10, 25, 50 people. And then again, there's this section. It looks like you can wipe out some of this default text. Rewards include. This is an area you don't have to describe the rewards here. They're pretty self-explanatory. Maybe a picture of the customized wood Plaxi that says like, hey, when you get 50, here's a customized Plaxi in this location. So just think about how you would use this space to kind of reinforce and create like a hero image for sharing on the page, and definitely take away some of that default. This is, again, the default on the thank you, so think about, what you would change this to match to your business. So you say thank you, and then say invite friends, and and earn free prints, or earn discounts, or earn something amazing, like something that just ties a little bit more to the business would probably be helpful. Izzy, do you have any comments?
Yes, real quick, just on his page. Hopefully, you're seeing the right screenshot. Yes, we are. I already had the opportunity to review his page, so actually a lot of his copy, he kind of like switched it up to some of the suggestions that we made earlier. I really like it, and actually we're going to go ahead and be making these changes, getting rid of these links. We're going to be centering his logo, and we'll be making some more additional changes. And he gets that because he gets that kind of small changes work for free because he's a Kickoff Labs customer. So great benefit for him. And I think we're pretty much ready to move on to the other page.
Yeah, I wanted to do the YidClick page, and so he's also here in the chat. So Izzy, do you want to go ahead and do the YidClick page?
Sure. So Hirsch is in our chat as well. Thanks for joining us, Hirsch. And taking a look at your page, I mean, it's a really simple page. I really like it. One thing that kind of throws me off just a little bit is the logo here is just a little bit large, and you see how it'll throw the YidClick, your actual name, slightly off of the screen, what we would call below the fold. So you could probably make your logo just a tad bit smaller. This is like, I mean, it's a super simple headline. I like it. Jewish shopping is about to take a revolutionary turn. However, I would kind of add just a little bit more information to the tagline, because it says, "Be a part of it. Sign up now, and don't miss a beat." This to me sounds more like the call to action to make me sign up, like to make me hit the actual button. I don't know if you can see it right now, but like as I hover over the little mail button, it says submit. So I mean, you could probably label that as sign up now, and add a tagline to kind of describe what the new Jewish shopping revolution is about, because you're just asking people to be a part of it, but you're not really. But you're not thoroughly explaining what the benefits are for them. What exactly is it? Is it like a social network? Is it coupon codes? Just making it clear what people are signing up for. I mean, you might get a high conversion rate because it's a simple page. All people really need to do is just throw in their email address and they're signed up. But if they're not well informed of what they're going to be getting, your customer conversion rate in the future is going to drop off drastically. So you want to start off collecting the highest quality leads from the beginning. So I'll go ahead and sign up on the page, click submit, and I'm sent to this is actually a Kickoff Labs thank you page, which they kind of switched up a little bit, but it really looks nice. I mean, kind of like. So from the image, I get the idea that it's like that they're shipping something to me. So I'm getting free shipping on my first order, cool, and there's some incentives for me, free order, free shipping, free month of shipping. So I get just all kinds of like discounts. So it's still not 100% clear to me, what kind of products are going to be available. Just making that clear as a customer. I want to know what kind of products I'm going to be getting discounts on. If I'm familiar with YidClick, I'm not sure if you guys have existed in the market before, then I might know exactly what I'm in for. Otherwise, you want to be informing your customer a little bit more. Josh, do you have any comments?
Yeah, and I saw this page before when they asked us to take a look at the design. I agree with you. I think compared to some of the other pages we've seen today, it's not really obvious what their value proposition is, and they don't have a super obvious incentive to sign up and add your email address. today. And so I would really think about testing different versions of this value proposition to be a little bit more clear about what you're doing. And like Izzy said, you might even with this page, it's really ambiguous, get a lot of signups, but they might not be the right signups that you're after, people that are actually going to convert to customers after you launch. And that's sometimes a warning sign of a super high conversion rate is you look at, like, are they being too broad, and are those people really going to convert? Because you want to focus your time and effort on people that are really going to convert. My other feedback, and maybe I just don't quite get it, is the button to me as this email. I don't really see this as a button. It's non-standard. It looks pretty for sure to have this arrow inside of the email address, but pretty doesn't always convert, and people look visually for buttons and things to click on pages, and to me when I look at this, there's nothing to click on this page. And so I would just skip right past it and might not even notice that you want me to enter an email address, because the text here doesn't even say, I guess it says sign up, it doesn't say enter your email address. It's this text in here is the default text is a little bit grayed out. It's harder to see. I might just consider converting this to a real button that says, don't miss a beat, or get my rewards, or start shipping, or just something that's tied to the value proposition. And then Izzy, of course, went through the rewards page, which is something that they set up. And but I would focus first on this first step on the page, and really make it a little bit clearer to narrow down your audience. Add a really concrete incentive, because you have them on the second page. You're giving people concrete incentives about why they should join. But you could add it there, and then I would personally try testing against this being a real button as opposed to the grayed out airplane, which again I think looks cool. Just it might be hurting the conversion rate a little bit. All right, let's see. We have somebody else who's here. I saw a page submitted up here somewhere. So
we have 2 pages. Well, I think 2 or 3 pages left. We have
Go for one of them, Izzy. You can.
All right. So Fierce Gentleman Dating, looking at Fierce Gentleman Dating, which is a page submitted to us by Fierce Gentleman, and actually I kind of like the name Fierce Gentleman Dating. So it's kind of like, okay, well, you got to be tough, but the image to me doesn't really explain, like, okay, well, this is a fierce gentleman. I mean, you're getting married right away, so it's kind of funny. So become the man women love to be around, not pickup, not matchmaking, not swiping. Okay. So it's somewhat of a dating network. Right off the bat, something that's going to help you with your conversions is getting rid of this Kickoff Labs third-party bar here. That's obviously going to be hurting your conversions, because people landing on the page are inevitably going to be clicking since it's the first thing on the page. I mean, we've done heavy testing with this place on the top, on the bottom, on the side. It doesn't really matter. It's always going to affect your conversion rate. People are always going to be clicking away from the page if there's something else to click on. So that's just the first piece of advice. Looking at the rest of the page, I mean, it somewhat explains to me what's happening. So it's like a dating network, but I'm not sure if it's an app, if it's a mobile app. Nowadays, people want to be informed. People want to know exactly what it is. Is it a mobile app? Is it for Android? Is it for iOS? Because if it's not for iOS, it's not for me. I have an iPhone.
I think what they're after, and I saw this on the page, was that section that says invite-only workshops that take your game to the next level.
Oh, there we go.
And so I feel like this needs to be the sub-tagline right below the.
It needs to be, yeah, totally.
Like right here, and then explain the benefits of these workshops. We're not teaching you to pick up. We're not teaching you matchmaking. We're not doing swiping, because this is really the clear explanation of what it is. My only feedback on this tagline is, this is sort of like the no BS, like we're not pickup, matchmaking, or swiping, but then like you have the thing like take your game to the next level, and it just sounds like, okay, well now you're right back into like dating BS, like invite-only workshops, take my game to the next level. I can't think of off the top of my head a better way to put that, but perhaps, but it stood out to me as like, it's not really a game, like take your dating to the next level, or take something to the next level.
Like take your romance to the next
take
level.
your romance. Just something that's a little bit less gamey, for example. I'll let you carry on, Izzy. Your part.
No, actually, I kind of like that you kind of butted in because I would have continued and I wouldn't have noticed this tagline because yes, it does. I mean, it kind of does need to be here because people want to know exactly what they're in for right away, right away. And maybe showing like an image of the actual workshop taking place. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really have to be an actual image. It could be somebody, just giving some kind of information, something like that. Just letting people know. And another quick thing that I noticed on the page, just a quick misspell. M and I are boyfriend. Well, I guess it might not be. Me and I. No, actually, M and I. That's correct. But it somewhat throws me off. Uh, the page itself, like I said, it could use a little bit more information. Probably could use a little bit more information. I like how it's just it's just like a basic page. I click on it, kind of auto validates for me, and I get my invitation right away. Boom! So it's just ready for me to share. And we'll see you at the workshop. Kind of, it somewhat actually kind of threw me off as well because it didn't really inform me that there's actually going to be a workshop. Let me open up this page again in a new tab. I mean, it tells me that the next event starts in 19 days, but it's not really informing me, where the event's going to be taking place. Is it a live event? Is it an online event? Like I said, people want to know exactly what's going on. So we'll see you
Yeah,
at the workshop.
I agree with that. Like the thank you, like after you sign up, that's the page I'm looking at now too, needs to be a little bit more concrete. Like we'll see you at the next workshop. It's March 20th. Check your email. Like add some context to people to like force them to kind of look at their email to go back and reinforce things. From here to the email. And then just adding that date here, I think will reinforce the context of what you guys are doing with the workshop.
Totally. So hopefully that was some good feedback for you guys at Fierce Gentlemen. We're going to quickly be moving on to the next page. Josh, do you think we have time for one more page?
Yes, we do.
Okay, one more page, and then we're going to be doing the Josh is going to be demoing our new incentive emails, which is a very, very cool feature that you guys are all going to love. So looking at wholesale cards, off the bat, I like the domain name. I mean, I like it, but it's kind of not ready to be used for the mass public yet, I guess. Like the .cards domain, people are more used to the .com and like .net, .org domains. These domains, I know that they're new domains that were released pretty recently, and but hopefully you should have good luck with it. Hopefully SEO will help you out. So an online wholesale print boutique for graphic designers and print industry resellers. It seems kind of like an empty page with there's not really too many images here, and seeing how it's for graphic designers and print industry resellers, I really think that you kind of need to be catering to them, and they're used to seeing images. They're used to seeing beautiful stuff on pages. So maybe using a couple images that'll make your page pop, because there's nothing here that really makes the page pop other than the join up button, which is great. I mean, that's exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for your call to action to really stand out, but nothing else on the page kind of stands out to me. And if it's for graphic designers and print industry and people in the print industry, you kind of want to make the page a little bit prettier, in my opinion. So we're working hard to bring our website live. Well, I mean that's kind of obvious. So I mean you could probably get rid of this line here. We will be incorporating these features that our wholesale and reseller partners have been asking for. You can also probably change this up to not use the word we to kind of letting people know what the benefits are going to be for them. I mean, obviously these are features that will be available, but just telling them, you'll have access to easier uploads, blind shipping, all this stuff. So instead of saying, we're working hard to do it, hopefully we will, we're not sure. This kind of is like unsure to me. Just make it known. This is what's going to be available for you, and you really should join up now in order to get these benefits in the near future. I don't want to take up too much time. Josh, do you want to jump into the rest of the page real quick?
Let's see. Wholesale cards. Give me 1 second.
Sure, sure. Because right off the bat, they're saying, okay, let us help you make more money. So it's interesting. They have they have a decent business model, I guess.
Yeah. So my first thing when I saw this page and I saw it pop up on your screen was my eyes go right here to coming soon, which isn't really helpful to anybody on the page. Like it's not you want to mislead people into thinking like that this exists already, but I would think about taking this and putting it somewhere in the copy, like we're working hard to bring this, we're coming soon, like it's already kind of in the copy. So I just delete this. I think Izzy was right on that people are kind of expecting, print boutique cards for graphic designers, like they're expecting some examples of the cards or people holding these like high weight, high quality cards on the page. And then there's definitely not a lack of sign up buttons on the page, which I kind of appreciate. Even with these join up buttons, I click here. All right, and this is another page here. And when you go to this other page, I think about, again, there's a lot of copy or big copy in front of this form. I would think about how could you simplify this into to get the form up higher on the page, because if they've clicked here, they've already kind of, if they've clicked here from the other page, they've already kind of read what it is, and they're sort of like, all right, I want to join up, make it easy. So join up, where'd the form go? So thinking about taking that up and making it really obvious, because once I've clicked that, I've already made the mental choice that I want to sign up, and so that next step should be really simple. That's my 2 cents on the page. I agree with what Izzy said, and then I would think about how you streamline that click into the next step experience.
Real quick, I would even consider using one of our forms because since you already have a button on the page, it would just be super easy to just throw in an HTML form on the page as well and link that up to our AnyForm widget, so you don't really have to direct people to a different page with a different domain. I mean, you can see here that this is one of our pages, so it's a pre-launch page, but it sends people from your wholesale cards to a completely new domain, and that kind of throws a lot of people off. So you can probably just use one of our widgets to throw up on the page, and remember how it was. It'll just pop up like a nice little window here. Once people sign up, they'll get a nice confirmation within your page, so they won't be directed to another page.
Yeah, and if you need help with that, we can help. Just email support@kickofflabs.com. We're happy to help you set it up and make these changes for your page. All right, so I want to go really quickly and kind of talk about this new feature that we have. And so let me switch to my screen. There we go. Oh yeah, I noticed. I love when people make feedback changes right away. So right away, I went back to the YidClick site and refreshed it, and they added get free shipping on your first order. Great incentive. I love when people immediately take the feedback from the chats and implement it. And I'm pulling up the page because it wasn't too long ago we launched the ability to have these kind of thank you pages with these tiers, 0, 3, 5 referrals, 10 referrals, 25, 50. And so we've got the ability to have these tiered pages that track how many people you referred by clicking share and getting people to click, on the share link on the page. And then hopefully people are still seeing the page. Okay, and so this tied in like, well, how do you deliver the coupon code, or what do you do when to keep people going at 5, 10, 25, and 50 at 50 emails? And so what we've done is we've introduced the concept of incentive emails into the product. And so an incentive email, I'll just pull up the blog post really quickly on this, basically lets you send different emails automatically when people achieve the reward levels. So at this first reward level, you're in, welcome to our beta. In their case, it might be, you've earned your first month of free shipping. At 10, like you've earned a free digital download. In their case, the email could be, you got your first 3 months as free shipping. And so you can automatically sort of set up and send the coupon code and edit these emails at the different levels. And so, how you find this in the product, right from your campaign dashboard. clicking emails, and then you'll find incentive emails right in here. And then you'll be prompted to create your first new incentive email. And so it's fairly simple. You pick how many leads they need to refer to get this email that'll trigger it. In this case, I said 100. Then you pick a subject line, and then you pick the body of the email that gets sent out to the person. And you can use the count lead.conversions to show the count. You could add whatever copy you wanted, drop in your coupon code or your link to the promotion for free shipping, and you just get it just simplifies and automates a lot more of the process. And if you imagine setting up all of these different emails, for each of the reward levels, 3, 5, 10, at each stage when somebody comes in and sees and gets to the new plateau, they'll get the email, and you can remind them, hey, just 5 more, and you get 3 months shipping instead of just a 5% discount. And so you can tie and chain these emails together in a way that further encourages people to keep clicking these share buttons and keep using the share link within the email. I think it's going to greatly drive up the viral boost and the conversion rates on pages. And it's something that people have asked for, so I'm really thrilled that we're able to launch that. So give it a try. We'd love your feedback on what you think about the viral incentive emails. You can always send your feedback to support@kickofflabs.com or josh@kickofflabs.com or izzy@kickofflabs.com. So I've already kind of pitched a little bit about the product, so I'm not going to go back and do a general product pitch today. If we didn't get to your landing page, we do more reviews, so go ahead and sign up. So sign up on the review page, and we're happy to consider your page for the next set. So you'll see, we've got a lot of people in the chat, but you've got the form right here, and at grow.kickofflabs.com there'll always be a form up there to sign up to get your page reviewed, and we'll send you reminders for upcoming chats. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great rest of your Thursday and a great weekend.